One thing that's very useful with Arduino is its libraries. Now, you'll recall that subroutines were short segments of code that you could call to perform some instructions. And the subroutine could also send back data to the main part of the program. Well, a library in Arduino, or the MP Lab, is like a subroutine, except it's an entire program, and it can also have multiple subroutines within it. So you can call the library and any subroutine within it by name to perform some tasks, and you can transfer data to and from your main program and the library. Now, because Arduino has this huge open source support network of people all around the world, people write and freely share their libraries. Chances are very good that whatever job you have for your Arduino to perform, there's already a free open source library for you to download. For instance, the Hitachi 44780 display, you know how to drive it. Do you remember how we had to set it up? We had to send a series of instructions and even take some delays into account, right? We could write to it either in 8-bit or 4-bit mode, all of these options, right? Well, there's a library available for the Hitachi displays that performs all of these steps automatically for you. We'll install it and use it so you can see for yourself how much easier it makes difficult tasks. Now, in the case of the Hitachi LCD driver, it is such a commonly used display that the library is actually part of the stock Arduino collection. It came with the Arduino IDE that you installed. So in the Arduino IDE, click on the Sketch menu, and then Include Library, and finally, Manage Libraries. This will bring up the Library Manager. So scroll through the enormous list of libraries available. It's huge. It's a huge collection. And these are just the libraries that are standard. There's countless others out there you can download. So for the moment, look for and find, whoops, went too far. Find the liquid crystal display. Oh, there it is there. Now, while all of these libraries are available, they are not automatically installed, as they would take up an enormous amount of space in your program and on your computer's hard drive. So we need to first install the library on your computer. When you find the Liquid Crystal library, click on the box and click on, and the install button will show up. Now, sometimes libraries have had updates, and so you'll get the option to choose which version you want to install. It's rare that you would want to install an older version, but it is an option. Some libraries have only ever had one version, so this box may not even be there. Click on Install, or click Install on the latest version of Liquid Crystal Library. It will download the library and install it on your computer in the default library folder. Now, to make use of the library in your program, you simply include the library, just like we did with the PIC. So once the file is included, you can call functions in that library by name. So we'll actually hook up our Hitachi display and use the library. Another way you will commonly see libraries provided is as a downloadable zip file. In the download section is the new ping.zip library. Alternatively, you can find the library on the Arduino Playground site, download it and save it somewhere on your computer. Now, you don't unzip the folder, but rather the IDE installs the zip file itself. Once you've downloaded the zip file in the IDE, click on Sketch, include library, and add zip library. Find the zip file you downloaded and install it. Once it's installed into your IDE and on your computer, you can include it in any sketch and call it like any other library. Now, libraries have advantages and disadvantages. Libraries can get you up and running in minutes and can make very complex jobs dead simple, but they hinder your learning dramatically, in my opinion. They can be this mysterious program that someone else wrote, and you have no idea what they wrote or how it works. It just works. Well, maybe that's the issue. If it doesn't work, you haven't got a clue why not or what you could do differently or anything. You can look at the libraries. The folder name is the name of the library. So all I did here was I unzipped the folder. And when you look inside, you'll see at least two files. A hex file with the .h, which is the machine code file, and a CPP file, which is the program written in C. Now, you can open it with a text editor. I just opened it with Notepad here, but obviously the spacing is gone and whatnot. If I open it in WordPad, the spacing is preserved. And you can see it just looks like a regular sketch. You can also open it in the Arduino IDE. Just open a new sketch, go to the sketch menu, and then add file. And choose the CPP file that you want to open. Just be aware that if you save this, you'll wind up making a new copy basically, and it'll just be a straight up new Arduino sketch. So even for someone with extensive knowledge and experience in C programming, it takes work to understand what the programmer did. I'll be honest, I would struggle to understand all of this code, so you can learn how to use these libraries, but not necessarily understand how they work. So let's use a library in the next lesson to drive our Hitachi display.